Hey gang, it's Neal McLennan. We're in the Shameful Tiki bar and lounge and restaurant with Rod Moore. And Rod, you're going to give us a little primer today. I don't think there's any better place to get a little primer on rum.
Most exotic cocktails require a handful of certain foot soldiers that you have to have, otherwise you can't do them justice.
Yeah.
So Appleton is Jamaican rum. This Appleton is the 12-year. There's also a reserve.
Yep.
That's a must-have.
Yes.
Lemon Hard is a very dark and smoky Demerara rum.
Yep.
You can't replicate that flavor unless you actually have this rum. Lamb's is an overproof in this case. That's a dark navy rum.
Yep.
This is where people in Vancouver start to get a little mystified because they're like, well, I've had rum, I've had Bacardi, I've had whatever. And rum is the broadest of all spirits. This Martinique style rum is extremely unique. This is a very high quality one. Again, across the border, you can usually get upwards of a dozen different brands. This is the one.
There's been a rum agricole revolution. And so people read about it, they taste 6 or 7 in an American publication. You go to the liquor store here and say, what do you have in the way of rum agricole? And the answer is zilch, more or less.
It is. This bottle represents the single one that I can order in. This is my only choice. They don't keep it on their shelf. It's a special order, so I can order it by the case. This 12-year Zaya is beautiful. I had a friend bring me a bottle home when he was on a Disney cruise once, and he's a bit of a whiskey snob, so he cracked this open and said, all right, let's try it. It runs for 80 bucks a bottle.
Yeah. And
he took a sip, neat, you know, and his jaw dropped.
people taste them neat. They have far more in common with a $200 bottle of cognac or a $125 bottle of whiskey than they do with a bottle of Malibu. I mean, they are a vastly different sphere.
Undoubtedly.
For someone to assemble this on their own in BC, in Vancouver, they're looking at a little bit of a task. Probably the easiest thing to do is come here, but if you're hell-bent on assembling a rum collection, there's a few steps you can take to getting yourself something that can make a whole variety of cocktails, both classic and new, and it's a pretty impressive collection.
I agree, and this is just a tiny bit of it.
Exactly. Good stuff.